Picture a scared woman alone in a tent in the woods, a prisoner against her will, scared and full of fear, not knowing when the wolf would come back and abuse her again. So far from any family or helping hand, the lone wolf was caught for all his filthy deeds. Spent time inside, got out, went on the prowl again. Then he met La Cobra. This is how the story began. Yeah. It started at a local diner a few states away. The lone wolf was feeling like a predator and pulled a gun on a father. As he sat with the family and ate, he did it in front of witnesses. He showed the disrespect in front of the kids. The lone wolf to mark his new territory, kicking doors down in apartments. Scared women cowered at his feet on the ground. Only problem is, this new territory was already under the Cobra's protection, and that shit wasn't gonna slide freely. For La Cobra was quiet but deadly. A meeting of minds was held and a relay was voted. It was time for the lone to learn his place, that you don't do this in this town, and it's time to go away. Picture a scared woman alone in a tent in the woods, a prisoner against her will, scared and full of fear, not knowing when the wolf would come back and abuse her again. So far from any family or helping hand, the lone wolf was caught for all his filthy deeds. Spent time inside, got out, went on the prowl again. Then he met La Cobra. This is how the story began. The lone wolf was running wild again, this time at a bar with another woman. He had a gun in his truck, he liked to wave around. This time La Cobra and his brothers rode into town. Hammers earned as the lone wolf caught a cold fade and caught a beat down. The lone wolf was bitten and learned how venom tasted and went down. Video surveillance must have went down. 100 witnesses stood silent as the lone wolf was struck out. Back alley's dim light told the tale when the lone wolf got a taste of his own medicine and ran away between his legs. He ducked his tail. La Cobra invited him to dine in hell. That was the night the predator, the lone wolf, fell. Harleys made monster sounds, lights blurred in the distance. Moral of the story, you don't do that where La Cobra can be found. Picture a scared woman alone in a tent in the woods, a prisoner against her will, scared and full of fear, not knowing when the wolf would come back and abuse her again. So far from any family or helping hand, the lone wolf was caught for all his filthy deeds. Spent time inside, got out, went on the prowl again. Then he met La Cobra. This is how the story began. Better run, ain't no place you can hide. War trophy taken with pride. Preying on women and kids, that's where you were mistaken. Mistaken, mistaken, mistaken.